of the staff or management of visionary-related entertainment.
Aloha, and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Roy and Betty Sakamoto, Caldwell Banker, Kapalua. So here we are, Roy Sakamoto, Betty Sakamoto, another, whatever today is. It's been an exciting day already.
Another great day on Maui.
Another great day on Maui.
Absolutely.
We just got over from West Maui, and that's always a great ride. It's so beautiful and spectacular, and weather's perfect, traffic was good.
And we're going to have the whales in maybe a month.
They should be here.
Yeah.
They should be checking in.
They should be checking in.
That'll be a pretty exciting time. There seems to be a whole lot going on, a few quicker real estate things, which will be interesting. Interest rates still a little higher than everybody wants them to be, fewer listings, election coming up. I mean, it seems like there's so many things happening right now. You know, one thing that we've talked about driving over here was the general election, November 8th. And I think it's so vital this year, always, but this year in particular, that we have to vote. And if you haven't registered yet, it's time that you have to figure out registering to vote. You can do it. And then remember that once you've done it, you have to vote. Or if you're already registered, that's even better. I mean, you just got to make a plan. And so often we'll talk to people that for one reason or another aren't going to vote because of something. There's all these illogical reasons. You know, even the one that you still hear sometimes, my husband votes and I'm kind of, not that active in the community. But you have to vote. You have to think about it. You watch television. You know things that are going on. So think about it. Vote. And your vote does count. And we're all smart enough to vote. It's not a matter of the best education or the best anything. We're all people and we're all citizens of the United States. So let's do it. Let's vote.
You know, what's been interesting is to see people where English is their second language, being so proud that they voted.
Absolutely.
And, how great. I mean, that is super. And, my hat's off to all these citizens who have English as their second language, who are so proud to vote. And, everybody should rally behind this. We should all vote.
I agree. And, if you go to the polls and vote, which I'm hoping that we're able to do this year, I love when they give you the little sticker that says, I voted. And you just put it on your shirt or put it on your sleeve or put it on your face. I'm proud. I'm always proud when I vote. But what Roy just said, spectacular. English is the only language I've ever known, unfortunately. I've learned little bits of Japanese since I've been in Hawaii, which is now over 40 years. So it's an interesting time. So
a little bit of pidgin English.
A little bit of pidgin English every so often when it suits my purpose.
Pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, but vote. I mean, let's all remember it. Let's get out and do it. And talk to one another even. Talk to your trusted friends or family members. And you don't have to do what they say and vote who they're telling, you got to vote for so-and-so. Don't do that. You don't have to tell them who you're voting for.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't, actually. Nobody should ever ask you who you're voting for. But just when you walk in to vote or when you fill out your ballot that you receive in the mail, it's easy, just vote. And if you need help with it for any reason, I know that there's a lot of different ways to get help. And call
us.
Call us.
Sure.
Call Roy, 808-870-7060, or Betty, 808-870-7062, and we can direct you in what you need to do to vote. And I think it is just, let's all do it. And listen to KAOI because they're going to be they will have everything online following the election or during the election. So it's the station to come to, KAOI.
And here on Maui, we've got so many important races, mayor, big race for mayor, for various county council seats. Very, very important that we turn out, vote for whoever you want, but vote.
Vote. The other important thing that we kept talking about here, we all, the pandemic has theoretically settled down enough and we can all feel a little bit safer than we were. But, we've heard, and from the most reliable of all sources, the Maui Food Bank still desperately needs donations and assistance in being able to provide for the community, because there's still so many people that don't have enough money. And they work hard, they do whatever, but I think that it's another one of those things. The Maui Food Bank, and you had a lot of information on that a while ago, Roy, about how much goes to...
Yeah, for every $10 that you donate to the Maui Food Bank, that feeds 40 people. 40 people for every $10 that you donate. So if you're able to donate $10, that feeds 40 people. $20, that's 80 people that you're feeding. If you're able to donate $100, that's 400 people that you're feeding. And that's one heck of a return.
It absolutely is. And in understanding that, you've got to know that part of it is because there are so many people contributing to the food bank, not just money, but people that see to it that the food bank gets food from certain sources, a better cost than anybody else would be able to have, hopefully. And they're able to take care of everybody. And at the beginning, when everybody knew and watched as the pandemic started, people lined up in their cars, and it was a heartbreaker because you'd see someone that they had a job, they had a large family, but they needed food, and that's not a fun thing.
No, not at all.
It's horrible. And, it's no matter when it is.
Right. And I think we all know families that are needy, and we're actually not that far off from the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and so give until it feels good is my motto as far as donating to various charities. Give until it feels good. So if you're able to donate, again, $10, you're going to make 40 people very, very happy. $20, 80 people. So please donate to Maui Food Bank. You can go on their website, mauifoodbank.org, and you'll be able to donate off of there, or find out what they need in terms of food. If you have food to donate, that's absolutely great.
Okay, there's a lot of other things that we had on our agenda today.
Obviously, we're not just a real estate show.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But remember, if you're looking for us for real estate, you can reach us. Again, Roy, 808-870-7060, or Betty, 808-870-7062.
Before we leave Maui Charities, I want to do a plug for Halemakua. I've been on the board of Halemakua for 30 years, maybe.
More than 30 years.
Yeah, not quite sure.
Roy's mother was in Halemakua after she had had some difficulties, and Dad was still alive and taking care of her and not telling anybody. So, of course, when we finally realized, we would see her and it would kind of be okay, but we learned so much from it, and eventually Halemakua, had provided some help, and Roy ended up first helping them with the Kanapali Seniors Golf. Well, maybe not first. That was afterwards, but so many different things we were able to do and learned so much about Halemakua. I love the whole story, but it would take, again, I've done it before, our whole show. But Halemakua is such a fabulous nursing home, and it's more than just a nursing home.
Oh, yes. We've got home health services, rehab, which is a big part of our services. And we had a meeting yesterday with some consultants, and we're going to be doing some great things in expanding Halemakua in Kahului. The county has graciously allowed us to take over a little over 2 acres next door as part of the Kahului Community Park. And we'll be expanding our services to that 2+ acres. But in doing so, we're going to need funds from the community. And so hopefully in the first quarter of 2023, we'll be reaching out to the community, all of you out there, as far as being able to donate to Halimakua. Halimakua serves the frail and elderly of Maui, and it's just a great, great organization.
And it's not always the frail and elderly. There's many people. One of the first people that I met there, now I'm drawing a blank on his name, which really troubles me.
It doesn't matter.
And I probably shouldn't say it, but he was very young. He had been injured in an accident on the Big Island, quadriplegic. Couldn't really talk, but after a while, I learned I could communicate with him because he was able, but it just took a while to listen, etc. But he had been there for a long, long time, and the nurses and everybody there so took care of him, and they had this whole thing over his headboard, so it explained what he could do and what he couldn't do. And he was young. So again, it's the older, the
early
frail,
40s,
the elderly,
right.
Early 40s. And it was a heartbreaker. He did pass away there, but he lived a long life where people loved him and cared about him and talked to him and smiled, and his eyes smiled with him.
Yes.
He was amazing.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And tragic accident, his Jeep, I guess, overturned. He was a lineman for the electric company on the Big Island. And but he will be remembered, and his stay at Halimakua was quite a relief for his family, I know.
And I know he'll be remembered by everybody that cared for him at Halimakua. He meant something to everybody there.
Absolutely.
So, I think that's, part of it too.
Right. So, since we are a real estate show, I've got a great listing. It's at 12 Kahana Ridge Place in Kahana in West Maui. For those of you who aren't quite familiar with West Maui, Kahana is about halfway between Ka'anapali and Kapalua. And this is in the Kahana Ridge subdivision, which is a really beautiful residential community.
And probably the best location, I think, in that community.
Yes.
I love it. I love exactly where it's located.
Right. The address is 12 Kahana Ridge Place. Listing price is $1,795,000. $1,795,000. 12 Kahana Ridge Place is the address. So we have this in escrow currently, but we are looking actively for backup offers. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. It's about 2,100 square feet, and the ocean views are beautiful. It's a 2-story home. You've got ocean views from the ground floor as well as the second floor. Your master and your kitchen is up on the second floor. Office or another bedroom downstairs. 3 bedrooms overall, 2.5 baths. It's been used strictly as a vacation home for the owner, as a second home, and not rented at all.
Perfect condition.
Oh, great condition. And so call me, Roy, at 808-870-7060 for more information, or if you'd like to visit this and take a look, because it's well worth your time. 12 Kahana Ridge Place. Call Roy, 808-870-7060.
Another, this is real estate, but also it's a little political, it's a little everything. Right now, housing in general. As everybody knows, we need more workforce housing, affordable housing, and it just seems so difficult to get it built within any reasonable time. I think it's something that, as we all talk to people running for office today, I think we should make that a big part of the discussion, because we all want our children, now we're at the grandchildren moment, we want them to be able to live on Maui and stay here and go to school here and grow up here, whatever they decide to do at a later time. But I think that we desperately need on Maui additional workforce and or affordable housing, which it's known by both names. Even employers could possibly get together with other employers and do some sort of a project that would accommodate employees. West Maui happens to be I mean, again, I hate saying the word desperate over and over.
We are desperate.
We are desperate. We need homes. And when people have, young families and they're both working, they need to have schools close by. They need to be able to live near where they work. Fortunately, we've been able to have that ability. And we need to get that for everybody.
Yeah, we just spoke about voting a few minutes ago. And I think it's imperative that we look at each of our candidates running for county council and for mayor and get their views on affordable housing, because it's a huge issue here on Maui. We've got a great lifestyle, but if we can't house our residents, we're up a tree, and so get our candidates' views on workforce housing, affordable housing, and make sure they're not just giving lip service to this, because it's easy for politicians to give lip service to affordable housing. It's one of the hot issues, and everybody says, yeah, I'm all for it. But are they? And so dig deep with these candidates and back the ones that are sincere in their efforts to get workforce housing, affordable housing here on Maui.
It is hard, too, to get to the candidates, to actually talk with them. But almost every candidate has something going on these days, or go to their websites. I think that can't be that hard. Just put their name into Google, and put Maui candidate, and I think you'll get all sorts of information. But I think that everybody, like Roy says, is going to put lip service on this, but it's really got to be homes. I mean, there's got to be ways, and we've lived in small homes at different times and smaller condos, but you need a place for everybody that will have like a washer dryer, that will have all appliances, and that they can have a little bit of a play space for children outside, so that it can be a little bit of a community. And it's not that hard. There's so many ways it's been done in other places. I'm sure there'll be restrictions on it once somebody buys, that they're going to have to maybe it'll be a thing where you've got to resell to a resident. I don't know the answers. I mean, as Americans, we want to be able to have the American dream, and that maybe later you have to sell it and do something else, or you have to move back to the mainland if that's where you came from, or, the people that have been here forever. It's still somewhere along the line you may need to sell it, and then it's so hard to get back in the market. But let's all, for right now, respect where we're living, try to find ways that we can help in this, talk to your local politicians, talk to everyone that's running, and keep saying workforce housing, affordable housing.
Absolutely.
Real estate?
Absolutely.
Real estate again?
And speaking about affordable housing, here's a listing. It's a very new listing, listed by Sharon Silva from our Coldwell Banker Island Properties Kapalua office. Address is 858 Kilauea Street. Now, this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, a little bit on the smaller side, 828 square feet, and it's listed at $799,000, under $800,000 for a 3-bedroom, 1-bath in Lahaina at 858 Kilauea Street. That's a fantastic price. We just talked about affordable housing. Sharon Silva, her number is 808-281-6559. 281-6559. Sharon Silva is the listing agent, and she can give you all the information on this home.
Another great place to live, Pohailani. Now, Pohailani is a condominium complex in West Maui. This is Unit 219, 647,000, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. They're very livable. And it's listed by Elizabeth Quayle, who's somebody that we work with all the time at Coldwell Banker, and she was with us for many years of Sakamoto Properties. Her phone number, 808-276-6061, or Quayle, Quayle, at Maui.net. But this is a really well done, it's been upgraded, and it's really livable for a small family. So give that some thought. Association fees are $900 a month, but it does cover a lot in the association fees. So give Elizabeth a call, and she can possibly help you in a lot of different ways for something that could be affordable for you and your family.
Yeah, and here's one in a subdivision in the Pili. It's called Malunakai Subdivision, and address is 5045 Lower Honoa Pi'ilani Road. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath home. It's a condominiumized development, so you do have an association fee, but you've got a common area pool, private road. It's a gated community. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a little over 1,700 square feet, and it's listed at $1,995,000. Listed by Marianne Fitch from our office. Marianne can be reached at 808-250-1583, 250-1583, and great price for this very, very private home in Malunakai Estates.
Here's another one, Roy, the Poinciana Place, Poinciana Road, listed by Kristen Kingwell, and really a great home, listed at $1,895,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, same subdivision we were discussing earlier, Kahana Ridge. I actually we did see that early on.
Right.
I'd almost forgotten we had, and the person listing that is Kristen Kingwell, 808-281-7313, and it's another one totally worth looking at. It's, again, a little bit upper end for a lot of people right now looking for homes, but I think it's really worth taking a look at.
Here's one that's actually owner-occupied right now. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condominium at Haleonaloa. It's a ground floor. Unit number is 104. Listed at $729,995. 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It's an oceanfront development, Haleonaloa. Again, listed at $729,995, and it's listed by Matt Berglund Foster. Matt can be reached at 808-633-2410, 808-633-2410. And actually, a good number for people to remember is my number and your number.
Right, and we are at the 2-minute warning, so let's get that out again.
Okay.
You can reach Roy at 808-870-7060, 808-870-7060, or Betty Sakamoto, 808-870-7062. We can be reached on our website, which has been created for us by Meyer Computer.
Courtesy of Meyer Computer.
And we'll tell you a little more, but we will
Yeah.
run out of time right now. But it's spectacular, and you could go SakamotoProperties.com. Very easy to get around it.
As many people know, we used to be Sakamoto Properties for 40 plus years, and we merged 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago with Coldwell Banker Island Properties, and very, very happy about our merger. And Chris Meyer at Meyer Computer has been extremely helpful with the transition into Coldwell Banker. And so come on and check out our website, SakamotoProperties.com.
Aloha. And here we have Danny Couch back, which is one of our favorite moments. Love Danny Couch.
What a happy song.
What a happy song. I love Hawaii, and I do. I love Hawaii.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Special magic